Thank you for the time. And yeah, good Saturday evening to you and your listeners and your readers. Yeah.
So before we get started, tell me where you are now and what's going on around you and how are you doing?
I'm at home. I'm in Jamaica. I've been here since last year, February 2020.
Mhm.
I live here, but I tour about 6 months out of the year. So since this pandemic and all of this, I've been here and just been kind of busy in the studio for a little bit.
Mhm. So what was it like working on an album, major production during a pandemic?
At first, the first 5 months, I was very scared, to tell the truth. I have asthma, so I was trying to listen as much as I could to everything,
Mhm.
news reports and conspiracy theory reports as well,
Right,
and
right.
just get a good picture in my head of whatever. So after those 5 months, I came out my shell a little bit and started to go back to the studio and just conceptualized everything. These two albums later. So the first one just dropped yesterday. It's Live and Living, um, the 12th of March, and it's being received very well. And the next one is coming in May.
Oh,
And the reason being, that one is called Scorcha. And the reason being is because I don't think people need music right now. No, I can't tour or to support it and do those live shows right now. But there'll be some time that I get to do that. And I believe in the work and I believe it's strong. So yeah.
oh, okay, great. That's wonderful. And before we get into the albums, can you give us some reflections on the passings of two great ones that we lost this year, Mr. Bunny Wailer and Mr. Uri?
Yeah, man. RIP to them. Condolences to their family and their fans. Bunny Wailer from an iconic group, a reggae superstar himself, someone who I definitely looked up to as a kid, um, and inspired me. Also, you, Roy, the first person to do what I do right now. Big up to Toots as well that we lost last year. RIP to him. And also, we lost Barrio here, who was a great producer in dancehall music and an engineer in reggae. So we've taken hits this year in the past year. I also lost a friend called Mr. Chicken, who was from the Dutty Cup crew last April. So I personally felt like it's a lot, and I just give thanks for their life, every step that they did, especially those icons we mentioned are important steps for that they took for me to do what I do today. And so I've been sad. I've been kind of melancholy about that. It is life, though. It's a part of life and something that we have to face. I am just happy that uh, you know that they were able to do the work that they did in life, not just because of me benefit from it now, but the world in general, the music, their stance on certain things to do in society. They made it all known. So big up to Bunny Wailer, big up to you, Roy, big up to Toots, and as I said, my friend Barry here and Chicky. God bless them all.
God bless them. My condolences on the loss of your friends. They are here in this. And
Thank you.
I hope for the healing power music for you too.
Yes.
So can you talk about some of the dance hall themes, specific themes on Live and Living? It's a wonderful album, very danceable.
Thank you. Yeah. Dancehall music. It's called dancehall because it was first developed in the dance halls, which was kind of like our discos or places to go to dance. So our music to me reflects that a lot. My music reflects it a lot. So a lot of vibes music, definitely, and it's what people know me for and expect me from me. Songs about ladies and dancing and parties, but also this album has a very, I've matured a bit, and it's showing in the topics. I have songs like Guns and Navarone and Danger Zone that are very, what can I say, more conscious material. So is Lionheart, the song that I did with with Serrani is called Protect Me. It's like a prayer. And also the song with Movado. God rest his mom soul. He lost her yesterday.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, so that's another thoughtful song. It's like a prayer to me also. So it's a great balance of being the party guy still, but also you see me maturing in the lyrics and the topics that I'm trying to present to the people.
Right. I love the rap on Guns of Navarone by Jesse Royal. The beginning of that is just so profound. Can you explain?
Muta Baruka, he's a dub poet who I have known about since I was probably 6 or 7. Seeing him on the national television out here saying a couple poems. And he was always controversial. He was always someone who I looked up to just for the artwork. And he's the person that you hear in the beginning of the song. And he's actually talking, it's a speech that he gave a couple years ago that we found on the internet. And I went to him and I played him the song with it in there and said, listen, you inspired me so much. He has a radio show that he has out here that he speaks conscious things and controversial too. A lot of people don't like him. But I was really happy that he said yes, because the topics, someone called me. The topics that that we were both saying in his speech and in my song is just about the circle of violence. You know, he says, how can we love our traumatic experiences so much that we've kind of had for all of these hundreds of years of slavery, and then still be doing it to our own selves, you know? Very powerful song. Big up to Jesse Royal on the song. He was perfect for the second verse. And then Stoneboy is on the remix. That's the version that appears on the album. Big up to Stoneboy from Ghana. He's the only person from outside of Jamaica that appears on this album. Big up to the entire Ghana and Africa as well. I just think that our music, our genre, it is supposed to tell people what's happening now, what's in the streets now. So yes, we have to talk about the violence because the violence is there. But the way we've done it in this song is more against it instead of embellishing it and instead of giving it wings. Then you know what I mean. I never ever said that a song would make a kid pick up a gun and shoot somebody, but I do believe that it makes us complacent. It happens over and over again, and the violence keep continuing. So this is me trying to be the change that I want to see in the universe and influence young producers and artists, and also just young listeners to try to think differently about it. Because what I've really come to understand by talking to kids in the street is that they really feel no self-worth unless they have a gun. They have no proper education. They can't get a job. And so for that reason, I just wanted to write this song to kind of combat that feeling so that they can know that there's something else in life, you know?
That's perfect. Thank you for that. And speaking of conscious music, what was it like collaborating on this project with the likes of Buju Banton and Junior Gong?
Okay, well, that's funny you asked that because Junior Gong and Buju Banton on this album are kind of different from how people would hear them. They're doing party songs, girl lyrics.
Yeah.
And, you know, simply being that's part of my career. That's where their brain went when they thought to do a song with me. But also I've known Junior Gong from school days. He was in my brother's class.
Whoa.
They're both 5 years younger than me.
Oh.
So I was kind of like the big brother for a little time. And you know, the camaraderie that we have and the friendship that we have kind of shows in the song. It's how we talk when we're together backstage, just chilling out and having fun, so to speak. So that song is really fun. Ching Ching is in it. He's a really fun character, someone who's magnetic in personality, draws people towards him. You know, I've taken him on tour. I've been on stage shows where I destroyed the stage show, and the next day, oh man, sorry.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay.
So the next day I'm in the Gleaner, I'm in the papers, and people read the article about me, and I'm walking in the airport with Ching Ching, but everybody's looking up at this tall guy, not noticing me, going, who's that guy? He just got this magnetic personality. So he's the first signee for my label. Big up to him. Wow.
Busy today, huh?
Yeah, people trying to call me off the hook right now. The album came out, so I got a lot of friends saying, hey.
Yes.
So I'm sorry about this, but yeah, so those two people, where you might know them as more conscious material, I do have a friendship with them. And while we, to the public, they're more conscious artists. With me, they're more just normal people, and it comes out in the songs, and I really love it. Butcher is a hero to me, someone I've looked up to all of his career, and when he was incarcerated, I was able to visit him 2 times just to give him a strength, just to tell him that no one has forgotten him, that we believe in him still. And to see him bounce back on his feet now and be just giving us amazing music again, it's been that's like a dream come true to me. As I said, he's a hero to me. So it's great to do work with the both of them.
That's great. That's great. And I saw something adorable on Instagram on your page, and you were singing Baby Shark with your two adorable
Yeah.
cutest thing I've seen all year. The last time we spoke was probably in 2002 during an interview when Rock was
Yeah,
and you
the big
were
thing.
Saturday Night Live and all of the big festivals. So now, tell us how fatherhood has changed you and your music, has impacted.
At first I didn't think it was changing me at all. I would be like, no, it's not changing me. I'm the same dude, which I am. I'll never be different from what that persona that people know. But there's a other part to me that's more conscious. It's always been my first demo tapes. All of them were conscious music. I was singing about the disparity between uptown and downtown in Jamaica, or, the ghetto life or the uptown life. I was singing that we should come together. We're out of many one people is our motto, but we don't live like that. So from those times, I was really conscious. But Buju was doing it, Tony Rebel was doing it, Capleton was doing it, saying very conscious things, and most of the producers looked at me as if I was kind of just saying something to try and compete with what they were saying. And so they encouraged me to do music, more party music, which they thought that just more, it looked like me. and so having my son 4 years ago and now my daughter a year and a half later, I'm seeing, that I'm having to tell them right from wrong every day. No, you can't say that to people. Don't do that. Yeah, that's very good. And I'm encouraging it in the positive ways. That is changing me in terms of me wanting to say something to the rest of society. And that's why songs like Guns and Navarone and Lionheart and also Danger Zone are on this album. It talks about, this is more conscious material. So it has been changing me in that respect, or it has been expanding my thoughts, then I should say.
Okay, great. What are your children's names?
My son's name is Levi, he's 4 years old. My daughter's name is Remy. She
Shout
is
out.
a year and a half. Yeah.
Shout out to Levi and Remy, the most adorable kids.
Thank you.
Tell us about your other album, Scorcha, that's coming out, and also your vision for dancehall music and culture 2021 and beyond.
Okay, cool. This album is called Live and Living, and it dropped yesterday, and it's a more hardcore dancehall album. I haven't really done that in quite a few years. Reason being, I became so popular, and the music, especially with the Dutty Rock album, the music started to reflect. I got a lot of fans from that time that never really knew dancehall before, and it was a more pop audience. And so I have my bass fans that love dancehall, and then I have the people in the middle who kind of listen to both, and then I have pop fans alone. So to try to balance all of those people, I started to do music or put out albums which had a blend of the different things on them. The Scorcha album that's coming out in May is more of the blended type of thing, where I do have hardcore dancehall tracks on it, but I also have very poppy tracks. Big up to Sia, me and her have a #1 song already, and she's also on this album, a very big song called Dynamite. And I love working with her. I've never met her in person, but she's very awesome. She's a very awesome artist. And she has fan base from like my mom, who's just turned 70, and my niece, who's just turned 7. So yeah, she's huge. Big up to Gwen Stefani and Shensia on this album. They're on one song, on a reggae one drop, love kind of song with me and them. Also, Stylo G's on the album. He's a UK-based dancehall artist. He's from Jamaica, but his profile is a little more, what can I say? A little more pop, or a little more bigger than an average artist out here. Also, Ty Dolla $ign is on the album, a rapper who I respect right now in the game. There's not a lot of rappers right now that I really look to. Like in the back in the day, I used to respect a lot of artists in the hip hop industry. But nowadays, there's kind of far and few between the amount of people who I like. I like Tory Lanez. I worked with him on my last EP, which was about 3 years ago. And I like Ty Dolla $ign, so big up to him on this album. Tove Lo from Europe, from I think Sweden, she's on the album with a very meaningful song called Calling on Me. That song I wrote basically, and it came out last year during the pandemic. We're still in it, but when it first came out, and it's a song that says, you know, I'll be there for you. You know, I hope you're there for me, basically. You know, and that's a message we needed in this time. Also, Junior Gong is on this second album as well with Nicky Jam, a reggaeton act. So both albums are very hot. Just that this one, Live and Living, is more hardcore oriented and back to my roots mainly. And it features only straight dancehall artists, except for Stonebwoy. And the second one is, you know, the usual very poppy sounding dancehall album for me, which I believe in the both of them. I think the both are going to do well. But this is me trying to balance the both audiences, the home hardcore audience who also want to see younger artists make some strides. So big up to the younger acts on that album, which is like people like Intense, Killy Bang, Massacre, Squash, Chi-Ching Ching, Soto Bless, and Rasa Joy. All of them are kind of relatively younger in the business. And then big up to, as you said, Junior Gang, Buju Banton, Mavado, Serrani, Left Side, Suko from Ward 21. These guys are more established artists that are out there. Big up to Bugle. He's also on the album. So I have a good balance on Live and Living of, you know, hit traditional sounding dancehall, and then the new sound that's happening right now on the younger generation.
When you say get busy, you really mean it, boy. That roster, I'm trying to count.
Well,
you must have named off about 100 artists we've worked with. That is so fabulous. Okay, so, yes, and I look forward to hearing Scorcha, and I'm sure we will be talking about you next year when these albums are nominated for Grammy Awards. So on that subject,
I can only hope. I can only hope.
On that subject, how will you be tuning in tomorrow to cheer on your favorite artist?
You know, I haven't really done that in years, to tell the honest truth. I always know what's up. Like I listen out and hear who won this or that, but I haven't fully watched the show, and maybe it's because of the family. You know, my young kids, they're probably not interested in that type of show, and usually around that time, I'm reading stories and putting them to sleep. So I think I'll listen out again this year. Maybe I'll catch a few of the things that's going on. But yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say to Island Stage Magazine and your fans before we close out?
Yeah. You know, I've been in the game over 20 years now, and I'm very appreciative of all my fans. My fans can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Dutty Paul. That's DUTTYPAUL. And also I'm on Facebook. Just look for Sean Paul Facebook page. There's a fan page there, which I interact with people there too. And yeah, look out for these 2 hot albums this year. 2021 is about to be sprung.
That's
So,
awesome.
and thank you for the time.
Thank you. Will you bless Island Stage with a little freestyle rap?
Yeah, man, something, man. Hey, yo, it's Sean Paul letting them know. Hey, yo, it's the Island Stage. You don't know we cause rage. Everybody love us because we are the craze. And Sean up easy with the up on the top. You know we love the girl them front to the back, yo. All the girls them shake that thing. You don't know Sean Paul, him the real big king. Got in them lock, you don't know it's on. Sean Paul, we you kill them with the storm, yo. Island Stage, harding them up.
Awesome. Thank you, King.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Sean Paul. Thank you, Ronnie Tomlinson. And thank you for spending time with, on behalf of me, Shelah Moody, and Island Stage Magazine on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. And you stay safe.
Appreciate it.
You stay safe. When things open up, we're looking forward to seeing you live again.
Hey, I'm ready. Whenever the world is ready, I'm ready then.
Okay. We love you, Sean, Ronnie.
Thank you.
Bye.
Appreciate it.
No.